Yeah, thank you for having us. We're Ashley and Andrew Brietzke of Deguello Dogos out of South Texas.
Right on.
We've been hunting Dogo Argentinos for about 9 years, and this is our 6th year of hunting only Dogo Argentinos. We use them for feral hogs, which us living in South Texas, it's a pretty common game species here for us to hunt. We both have a joy with working dogs, have a background in working dogs, and just really enjoy using this breed to hunt with, and have seen a lot of growth and maturity through our dogs. We've learned a lot through this, and it's just been a wonderful experience. We enjoy sharing our what we've learned with others in the breed, and it seems like now there's a lot more of a Dogo Argentino hunting community that's now coming in and becoming more well known within the hunting community.
And if people don't realize, we did an interview a few years back. I think it's episode 61. So please check that out if you haven't. And
yeah, that seemed to be about 3 years ago was when we did that interview. We went back and looked at it, and congrats to you for keeping the podcast going for that long as well. But yeah, we were surprised. It just seems a lot longer for some reason.
Yeah,
there's been a lot of growth in the 3-year period. It's to kind of go back and see where we were at that time, and almost like how much more optimistic and positive we were in some aspects, and things that worked out different ways. But it was neat to kind of revisit that this week.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Yeah, well, let's talk about what's been going on since, and how's your program developed, and how.
Yeah, so I guess about 3 years ago, it's 2020. When we talked to you, we had a new litter on the ground that we were just raising and about to start, and that was a really big project for us. That was a really big step for us. We have a male dogo named Buzzy, and that was some really nice pups out of him. We were hunting like crazy that year.
Yeah, that was three years ago. It was very much like first generation and just the start of second generation kind of Deguello Dogos that we were starting to get into. And like right now in the whelping box, we've got our first 4th generation Deguello Dogo litter. So growth as far as with our own dogs in a certain direction we them go in, kind of starting to see a little bit more of a physical type guard. They start to kind of look the same. We're kind of seeing the progress that we were hoping we would at this point. But just started the 3rd generation here this last year. Been seeing some really promising things there, and just kind of still working on developing what I guess would later on be called our line.
Right.
Don't have something yet that we think is a dialed in type, but we're getting a lot closer.
Mm-hmm. So tell me some of the things that you guys learned, and some of the things that you wish you knew before.
Well, I mean, as far as like things we've learned, we talked a lot in the podcast about, and I guess too, to hunt with just this breed of dog, it's a very specific role that they play. It's a very, I mean, we know what we're looking for when we go out there and hunt these dogs, and that really hasn't changed from day one. I mean, we're really wanting dogs that are gonna kind of beat the brush, look for sign. If you put them somewhere where hogs are close by, they're going to work tracks like any other hunting breed would until they find what they're looking for. So.
Oh, and like Andrew said, we've learned our line inside and out. Now that we're, like you said, the pups in the whelping box are 3rd generation to 4th generation, we have raised and hunted multiple dogs in a pedigree. So I feel like we are learning even down to the type that's in our blood, and then what type is thrown with each breeding. And also, like you mentioned, we've always been looking for the package deal, but I think as far as the training, we've learned they are who they are from the start. You can always pull a little bit more out of a dogo, but their personality usually stays about the same from a young pup, which would show 3 to 5 months, I think.
Yeah, we maybe not so much things that we've learned that we didn't know at the start, but something that kind of seems to be a recurring theme. And like Ashley said, there have been prospects that we've started that we've been able to get a little bit more out of them if we put in extra